Cheer from Overtime Heroics. I'm here today with Kieran Lister. How's things with you, mate? All right?
Yeah, very good. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, good. All obviously well towards the end of your camp now with your fight with Jonny Brocklesby next weekend. How are you feeling going into that?
Yeah, it's been a really good fight camp. Fingers crossed I've had no injuries up to the fight. I've had a really good sparring with the lads. Obviously done a bit more this time round with it being a 5-round fight instead of just a 3-round fight. So been pushing a little bit harder, been getting the extra Shark Tank rounds in, getting picked on a little bit more. But yeah, I've had a really good fight camp, mate. It's been good. My weight's come down nicely, so I'm ready to start my weight cut tomorrow and make 70 kilo next week.
Yeah, so the cut's all going well. So no sort of heavy push towards the end now for you. Then you can take it a bit easier, yeah.
Yeah. I always try and get my weight off gradually. I find it easier that way. I've done it in the past where I've tried to rush it a little bit and get too much off close to the fight, and I haven't performed as good as I ever feel. So I always try and just knock it down gradually, week by week. And yeah, I'm in a good place now for my weight, so I should have a good weight cut for this fight.
Yeah, that's great, mate. Obviously you're returning to Almighty now after 2 fights with Bellator. How did it feel to get the call from Bellator to begin with?
Yeah, it was obviously amazing to get on the show for Bellator. Obviously, it's like the second largest promotion in the world. The first time I fought on it was in Newcastle, so it was pretty much down the road from me, and I had really good support for that. Sold plenty of tickets, and I got the win on the night as well. I got a first round knockout, which was awesome as well. So yeah, it was really good fighting on a big stage like that, and it was good experience as well, fighting on other different shows. And the second time it was in Birmingham, and I fought a lad from SBG Ireland, and it was a tough fight. It went the full 3 rounds, and it was a draw at the end of it. So obviously not the result I came for, but I learned a lot from that fight. And like I say, yeah, it was another good experience taken away from it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Funny enough, how does it feel to come out of the fight with a draw? Because obviously, I don't know if I'm saying the guy's name right. Nusaryov, I think, is that's how I'm reading it anyway.
Yeah.
How did you feel out of that with a draw? You know, it's one of those sort of. Did you feel like,
it was.
Did he do a bit too more than what you expected? How did it sort of come across?
Like at the end of the fight, I didn't know which way it was going to go. I thought it could go either way. My coaches said the same thing to me, that it was a really close fight. It could have went to him or it could have went to me. And then when I found out it was a draw, I was a little bit relieved, but I was a bit disappointed at the same time. Obviously, I always come there to get the win. So yeah, it wasn't the best, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a loss to me record. You know, I'm still undefeated as a professional. 5 wins, 1 draw. So yeah, onwards and upwards from that. I mean, my last fight, I managed to get the win. It took me to 5-0. That was a first round TKO last year. So I was happy with that result, and hopefully keep on with the winning streak from now on.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the all important thing, really. I mean, I know no one really knows how to take a draw, but it's not that defeat on your name, is it? You know, at least you've still got that box empty.
Yeah.
So obviously, we just said now we've coming back to Almighty after 2 fights at Bellator. What was it made you return to Almighty for this fight?
Obviously, Ray's my manager, and he's done a brilliant job up to now sorting out all my fights. And last year, he said to me, would you be interested in fighting back on my show? I've got a lad there, Jonny Brocklesby. He's 4-0, you're 5-0. Obviously, great matchup. And I said, yeah, straight away. My coaches were happy with it. Checked with them. They said, yeah, go for it. So, and it's a really well-run show, Almighty. I fought on there a few times. Had a couple of fights at amateur. And I think I've had 3 fights professional on there now. And yeah, like I say, it's a really well-run show. Stephen and Ray do a great job, and we've got to know all the staff there and the spot on. So yeah, really enjoy fighting on the show.
Yeah, and I mean that's so important for a fighter as well, isn't it? Knowing they've got somewhere that they can, like a happy place to go to. Really, is no, I mean obviously the fighting's the main priority for you. But you want to be able to enjoy where you're going and how you're going about your business, don't you?
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, like I said, Ray and Steve do a great job of the show. It's really well organised. The fighters and coaches are well looked after. So yeah, really good show.
And we've spoke about obviously your fighting Jonny Brocklesby. How do you see yourself matching up with Jonny going into that one?
I've had a watch of a couple of his fights. He seems like a good all round opponent. To be honest, I always expect a tough fight going in there. Like it's MMA at the end of the day. Anything can happen. Anyone can get caught with shots or submissions or anything like that. So I never take any of my opponents lightly. But I've seen he's had a lot of fights at welterweight as well. So he'd be quite big for the weight class. But I've fought some big lightweights before, so that doesn't really bother me. Skill wise, I'm pretty comfortable, whether it's on the feet, whether wrestling, jiu-jitsu. I feel like I'm pretty well rounded for the fight. So wherever the fight ends up, I think I'll be well prepared for it. And I'm confident I can get the win on the night.
Yeah, I mean that's good to hear. It's always nice to see that confidence in fighters going into the fight. Obviously, no fighter is going to overlook their opponent, but assuming you do come through Jonny successfully, what's next for you, mate? What's anything in the pipeline? Any sort of ambitions you're looking to fulfill in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to take each fight as it comes. I don't really plan all my fights out as such. But obviously, if I get the win on the next Saturday, that'll be my first professional title, and that'll be a huge achievement for me. It'll take me 6-0-1. So I'll keep climbing the ranks, and I just want to stay active this year. Obviously, it's nice to get a fight in February, early on in the year, and then I'd like to maybe get 2 or 3 more fights in to 2020, just to keep busy, keep active, hopefully stay injury free, and hopefully maybe get a call for a bigger show, maybe back on Bellator or Cage Warriors or something like that. So yeah, hopefully that'll get me set up for a bigger show in the future. That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, so nothing from Bellator as of yet then, no?
No news as yet, mate. I've heard they are coming back to Newcastle eventually. That's the rumour. So hopefully they'll want some local fighters on that card. So hopefully if we can get me and a few of the lads on that'd be awesome to fight back in Newcastle again.
Oh, yeah, I bet that'd be great for you, wouldn't it? Well, look, I want to thank you for your time, Kieran, and it's great to have you on, yeah. I wish you all the best next weekend, mate. I hope it goes the way you're planning for. And I wish you all the best in the future, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you very much, mate.